everyone, Susie here with Fateless. For today's video, we're going to dive into a discussion around some interesting YouTube comments. There's some really creative ideas here. So in case you guys don't know, I probably should start. Hi, I'm Susie. I am one of the community managers for Fateless. I'm also a content creator, and I do have Bell's palsy now. So if I look like a derpy pirate, that's why. But anyway, in a recent video, Simon actually went through some game ideas that the Discord community came up with. There were some really great ones, and we kind of expanded on it whether or not they would fit our game. So I thought it would be fun to go through and pick some YouTube comments that did similar, but we're going to do it a little bit different this time. I really want to pick some interesting ideas, but then further ask you to expand on these ideas. What do you think? How could we fit this to our game? Or is this a hell no, don't do it type situation? I really want to hear your thoughts. And yeah, when it comes to YouTube videos, we do look at every comment. Simon reads every comment and replies to most, of course. I read through every single comment myself, and we really do care and we want to see your feedback. So that's my challenge to you guys now. Let's flood this comment section with creative ideas from you guys for our team to take a look at, and maybe some of these will actually have an influence in the game. Of course, little disclaimer, obviously, I'm not really at liberty to say if some of these things are already being planned or not, or if it's something we can 100% implement or not. But for sake of discussion, let's inspire, right? Let's inspire. So let's dive in. All right, so first up here, varied backgrounds. This was a comment from Zipster. I love this one. I actually shared it with the staff this morning. So he says, love these videos. So much work is going into one character that people don't realize. She's definitely my favorite so far. So this was the Hell video, of course. Wish she had a darker background, though. I know they are faction specific, but it does take away from the character. So this is a really interesting thought because it's so true. We are doing things by faction, which might be by region, like what part of the world are they near or in or whatever, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean are they a normal human that would live in a village, or are they this dark creature that lives in the underworld? Those are two very different feels and experiences. So my first thought was maybe the idea of night and day, right? Maybe we could keep the same environment, but make it super dark and mysterious. Maybe add some atmospheric fog or moons or something. Overlays. What do you guys think? How would you want to see implementation on these character screens, these hero roster screens, to really make it feel like it's fitting a specific character? We're going to have, like I said, normal humans. We're going to have gods. We're going to have dark, creepy creatures. So in what ways do you think would add to the game to improve that experience and really making you feel immersed? I think at least making the situation where it looks like hell's at night. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's got a feel to it. Maybe it's a change of color tones. I don't know. But that's something that I thought was a really perfect idea, and it's something I shared right away with the staff. So what do you guys think? How would you like to see the mood change when you're viewing different characters? All right, next up here we have this real-world inspiration. So this is Cleo McKenzie. I'm going to butcher names, I'm sorry. But this is related to our last beta video. Great update, thanks Simon. It's a little thing, but I have to say that I really like the look of the Japanese environments. I think it's a big plus for Godforge that your aesthetic is tied to real-world cultures and traditions. It gives the game a lot of flavor. Okay, we have the Japanese faction Kojiki, right? There are obvious architectural things you're going to notice that look like it's really in Japan. There's going to be things that stick out like that. What about, okay, the Aru faction? We better see some pyramids, right? It's Egypt. What other examples do you guys have related to our 10 factions? So that's something I think would be really fun to hear about, some atmospheric things in the environment that you really hope to see based on the regions that we have included. So obviously things are a bit regional based like we said in the last comment, but I really want to know what sticks out to you. What's going to make you be excited to be like, oh my gosh, they actually included that. I really love the feel of this environment. Let us know in the comments below. All right, now we're on to a topic that's related to the aesthetics of heroes. So this comment is from Leslie Ducoing. Sorry, I'm probably butchering that again. Make skins matter is the topic. So this is a hot topic. Okay, so this person says, if you do skins in the game for champs like Raid or Watcher, please be more like Watcher, where it actually improves the heroes. Don't try to waste the money to just buy these things to make our heroes look cooler. Do you agree? This one is definitely a hot topic. Personally, as a player, I think a game needs to go one of two ways. Either you do a skin and it's purely aesthetic only, or you do a skin and it has a real stat and that is what it is. I actually don't like that Watcher has like a plus 0.07% or what, plus 0.7%, plus 1%. You're like, why even put the stat on there first place? You just make people angry. But some people want the stats on skins. They want to buy something that matters. So what do you think, guys? This is in no relation to how we're going again, the direction of our game. I don't know our stance on monetization of skins regarding how the skins are actually going to be, if it's 100% aesthetic only, or if there will be any sort of bonus at all. I don't know yet, but that might be something we have to talk about as a company. So definitely let us know your thoughts on this below. I think it's a really hot topic. It gets mentioned a lot. And like I said, I have my personal opinions as a gamer. I think it should just be, I like a skin as a skin. You just want to see something look cool, so you're willing to spend or to grind an event to get that because it looks cool. And I think it's a nice way for games to monetize sometimes in a pretty tame way that doesn't affect the free-to-play versus pay-to-win experience. So I like skins. But are we even doing skins? Oh god, are we even doing skins? That's a whole nother topic on its own, right? We haven't even discussed if we're actually doing skins yet. So we should definitely get a little bit of input there. What do you guys think on the topic of skins and of stats? All right, and one other just super quick, very simple comment here that I actually thought would be a fun discussion as well. Voiceovers in-game. What do you guys like? What don't you like? I really want to know because this is something I'm very torn on. This person, let's see, Avina C says, add voice lines to each of them also, please. I think this is in relation to when we were showing the animations of the heroes while they're fighting. Add voice lines. Or are voice lines annoying? I think this is one of those things that can go either way. Where do you like to see voiceovers in a game? Do you like to have the story narrated with a voice actor? Or do you just skip it? Do you like to have a tutorial narrated? What about that? What about a tutorial having a voiceover that as you go through it, they're telling you what to do with an actual voice actor? That's something I've only seen a couple times. Or what about during a battle? When a character does their animation, do you want to hear them say certain things? Do you want to have that, like, funny line that you always hear? Or does that get monotonous? You're like, okay, I've heard you say that same thing 20 times. I don't want to hear it anymore. Or should it be reserved for something special? Maybe when you summon a character, there's a special voiceover that they have, a line that they say when you summon them. So that way it kind of feels like you know you're so excited to hear that special line when you finally get that character you want. What about that? I'd love to hear some thoughts on the topic of voice lines in games as well. All right, guys, this is just a simple one. I really thought this was a fun discussion. And don't worry, Simon will be back next week. I always have comments about that. He's still here. He's just busy. They're doing some convention fun stuff, and he asked me to fill in. So hope you guys enjoyed this little conversation. Please do continue to leave your comments in YouTube, in our socials. We really do like to hear your thoughts on these type of things, as it does influence our decisions for this very community-focused game. And of course, if you haven't already, guys, make sure you sign up for the beta. The mailing list is going to be how you find out what the next steps are, like Simon mentioned in the most recent video related to beta. So get on in there. We'll have some news hopefully soon. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.